Hi, it's me, another cold read, which basically means I'm going to say everything I think out loud when I see a pitch deck for the very first time to decide if I want to meet the founders as either a VC or an angel. Now, I don't know anything about this company. It came in cold on email, and I'm very grateful. Thank you. If this ends up being a bit of a teardown, I'm sorry, but it's just what it is. People need to kind of get the inner monologue that most investors will probably think, but never tell you, so you can see where credibility gets lost or won in a pitch deck leading to that meeting. Now, okay, straight out the gate, I see a number of issues with this deck in terms of readability. Now, I can see, for example, that it's PowerPoint, and fine, PowerPoint is fine. The difficulty is, surprisingly, not everyone has PowerPoint. In fact, I had to buy PowerPoint to look at this deck. I guess it's fine. My dad keeps wanting PowerPoint stuff printed off because he's a boomer. But anyway, so that's the first thing. And looking at it, the content looks really sparse. I mean, I can probably just go on the thumbnails and review this deck, but I won't. I can see audio track. Again, so what this means is that I can't read it in a car, in a crowded place, in a meeting, in a conference, whatever else. If I didn't have my headphones in, I wouldn't be listening to the talk track. So I'm not going to listen to the talk track. I can see some notes at the bottom, which is, fine. That's a little helpful. But yeah, don't do PowerPoint. And don't do talk tracks unless somebody has signaled that they want to go in deeper. As an introduction deck to see if you can get a meeting. Talk tracks, PowerPoint, whatever, doesn't work. Anyway, Carbonified already is turning spending power into climate action. I'm willing to bet I know exactly what this is already. I'm willing to bet this is a credit card for climate, and just in case you're not aware of how some of these works, most credit cards are distributed on behalf of the Visas, MasterCards, whatever else, or even the big banks. So these are kind of approved agents of an existing credit product. And they can rebrand it as their own, and they can manage the benefits and rates side of that credit card. And I've myself been part of a venture studio attempting to create a green card, essentially, where some of the margin that this agency gets, from the supplier of the credit itself, you kind of shrink that margin or use some of that margin that would normally go to other benefits like Nectar points, Amex points. Either go to discounts or interest-free transfer rates or loan products or whatever. You take some of that margin and you put it into a pot. Which then contributes to the planet, and, carbon credits or whatever, which are now proving scientists now proving is probably not a good idea. See if it's that, because if it is that, it doesn't work. I've tried. So have thousands of others. We turn corporate spending. Okay, so it's corporate. So you're targeting big corporates. That's cool. Corporates. So that means you'll have a lot of volume, which means that margin could be materially good, which is a good thing. That's me assuming that this is correct. Whatever. Problem. People want complex cost, no reward. I see this slide so many times, regardless of what the product or concept is, regardless if it's a credit card, if it's like corporate ESG, if it's some kind of product or some kind of pair of pants that saves the planet. No, please understand the psychology of this. Human beings would like net zero or better. Humans do. Humans have feelings, thoughts, reputations, whatever, and they can act on their own behalf. Corporations have no emotion, none. It is process, policies, and product. Is that what I meant to say? I think so. And those things don't have emotion, and they work in concert on behalf of shareholders. So that means only two categories of people need to care enough to make this work. The corporation itself needs its shareholders to throw a shareholder revolt and say, company, I want you to go net zero. Or customers boycott a product in order for it to go net zero. People don't fucking matter. They don't matter. So it's like, I'm sure the employees want to be kind of net zero, but the company doesn't. It doesn't have any emotion or need or care, frankly. So that slide's bullshit. Solution: we solve this problem by embedding climate action in every transaction. We take, yeah, it's exactly what I thought it was. Credit card, there it is. Embedded offset in every transaction. Offset is not a proven way to save carbon. It is a product for somebody not to cut down a tree, for the most part. Okay, frankly, no, because I've never seen this work. What I really care about is what have you done that others haven't done. Carbon wallet, that's just a wallet like any other bank. Market size, don't. I'm not gonna look at it. Timing, I mean, yeah, it's a good time. Green finance is a hot topic. Traction, is there any kind of invention here? It's just an idea. It's just an idea. Traction, 2,000 wait. I'm so tired of just wait lists. At least wait list just by itself. And wait a second. So 2,000 retail customers waitlisted, but you're a corporate product? 5 plus. Does that mean 6? Or does it mean 5? Like, what does that mean? And in this context, what does a waitlist mean? Have they committed anything, paid anything, signed anything? Like, if it's just somebody going, oh, that sounds good. Yeah, I'll go on a waitlist. Like, that means nothing. Okay, let's have a look. This is important. Over the past year, we have signed up over 2,000. You haven't signed up. They're on a waitlist. And more than 5. Say how many? Like 5 to 6. That's a huge difference. That's 20% more. Small to medium enterprises, we continue to see greater demand day by day. Well, you don't really. If you're spending a year and there's 5 plus, like corporations, that's like one corporation like every 2 months. So that's not day on day. Oh man, no. Look, and look at this. The teams. I don't know anything about you. There's no invention. There's nothing. This deck, if it's sent via email for the purposes of getting a meeting, is terrible. Terrible. But if the founders were in the room, I'm sure this would be a great view to focus the conversation. But this is not an email deck. This is a presentation deck. And even though we've got an audio track and got some notes, it should be in the deck. In the deck. What have you done and achieved that the thousands of others before you have not done and achieved? And who are you to make this work? This would no way be a meeting. Sorry.